We're going to be talking about the recent cancellation in regards to War Thunder's roadmap. There are two things they haven't included, and they've just posted a dev blog announcing some changes to the roadmap that they're walking back, promised changes that they said they would implement. And then also at the end of the article, they also say that they're introducing a new roadmap for 2024. It's kind of controversial, and we're going to be looking at the article about now, but before we do, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll get stuck straight into this, well, frankly, bizarre decision that Galjan have made. If you were aware, this year we've had a boycott. Go figure, I made a video about it recently as 6 months passed. I talked about their additions and how they hadn't implemented two main features to the update, and at least to the roadmap that they had promised us for this year. They also had the audacity to ask us to vote for a labour of love. I'll get into that in a minute as I discussed it in my other video. But essentially, in the article, it talks about the roadmap additions to air superiority and obviously some of the plans that they have for in the future. Now, only two changes that were left on the roadmap are yet to be implemented in game. They talk about some mobile bullshit, and they also talk about postponing improving the hit alert for aircraft, or the severe damage mechanic that they proposed, which is a subject for another video, but this is where the meat and potatoes are. Postponing the research bonus for new nations. And they said, we won't beat around the bush, we're postponing research points bonuses for new nations for players with top tier vehicles of another nation for time being. Now, this is a good change. It should allow for people to unlock, vehicles in another tech tree that allow you to play and more retrospectively gets you playing a new tech tree. This is an important thing. However, the feature is still planned to be implemented, and they previously said, well, they're postponing it, and they're having to postpone it again for some reason, due to the fact that any meta changes can have long-term consequences for the game, which is difficult to evaluate if there are too many changes at once. First of all, Galjan, you invented the bloody meta in the first place, and now you are basically going to push this update to spring of 2024. That is... I just don't... That doesn't sit right with me. You guys put in the roadmap that you'd fix it in 2023, and now you've just had the audacity to announce the implementing feature list suggested by us, and you're going to be putting it in a roadmap in for War Thunder in 2024. And I guess this new roadmap also would include things that were previously on the previous roadmap. At least I'd hope so. There was no comments underneath this, but this whole entire shit is just really, really deplorable. What's really annoying is that they also basically force you to download their mobile app in order to keep your login streak instead of, well, the already barely used Galjan app that you can have for your phone. But doubling back on something you said that you would implement twice is what really gets me here. Going against what was said to be coming, and then also, denying free night vision for battles, and now the nation bonuses. I just had that distinct feeling that all of a sudden you were going to push this under the rug, and I guess it was, the roadmap was a temporary excuse. And you damn well, you're making an absolute boatload of money from some of the new premiums, especially considering some of the aircraft and the new major update is coming out as well. You're just sweeping this under the rug and just pushing it further under isn't going to polish a shiny turd. And walking back something that you promised was going to come to the game is, well, just an utter... That's just... I'm keeping my negative review up. There is no point. You just can't win. You can't gaslight the community like this and then expect to get away with it. In fact, I know you will. It's bad enough that you've got all the stuff going on with the leaked documents and the moderators, not approving NATO changes. I'm keeping the title as the same. We cancel our plans because we can. And I'm not mad about the night vision changes not being implemented. However, I am disappointed about the research bonuses for other people who have reached top tier nations and then giving a slight research bonus to a brand new nation. I could not give an absolute rat's ass about what you do with War Thunder Mobile, as it's another cash grab from you, and you're basically implementing content that was in War Thunder and shoving it in the mobile game. I get you want to get mobile millions, but removing and postponing the research bonuses for new nations for players with top tier vehicles is not a good way of doing business. Essentially, you just want to keep the grind the same so you can earn the same amount of money. I get it. Like, you don't play the game. It's quite clear you don't play War Thunder at all. Introducing a new roadmap will not change the fact that you promised to add something and have failed to deliver that. It's a shame, it really is, because walking back on a promise is, well, doesn't look good. Let me put it to you in layman's terms. You're giving away a research point modifier that would allow someone who's already reached the high-end ranks, has probably already spent a lot of money on the game, or has efficiently ground his way out for a very long time towards a top-end vehicle, and you're not giving them a bonus towards a new tech tree that they might not have explored. The whole idea of this was specifically an interesting idea that could alleviate people only playing one nation. And don't get me wrong, one single nation mains are definitely a thing. But allowing people to explore and expand and also play the other vehicles is one of the core reasons why I play War Thunder. It's interesting to play different vehicles from different nations. And with you ramming copy-paste shit down our throat, especially over the last couple of years, it just doesn't feel right. Just for you to walk back on a promise that you said you would keep. The whole idea of the game is for you to play multiple nations, multiple vehicles. You know, you advertise it as a combat simulator that has, and your advertisement is driven towards top tier vehicles because you know that's what people like. You know that's what people will spend their money on. So get your hand out your ass and put your mouth where you actually put your words are for once. And maybe just put a little bonus modifier at the end of the match because you've reached a rank 5 and then you've unlocked a new nation. How hard is that? Let me know what you think in the comments down below.